you players can draw? I hope so. And I don't mean any of that liver lizzy gun slinging stuff. And I don't mean any of that artist stuff. I'm here to do that. You all will just draw together, become family, friends, help each other, support each other, all that stuff. This is a place to have a good old time, friends and drawing, and all that stuff. Okay? This is it.
Well, hello, hello, hello. How is everybody today? I hope you are doing fine. I know I am. Um, I know we're supposed to be on page two, but I figured I would get in his hand and in the door handles today, and then we will. That way, page one will be officially done, so to speak. We can ink that little bit, and it can be scanned in, and hopefully I can find somebody to do some better inks on it. So let's see. This is not saying how many people are watching, probably because nobody is watching. Okay, so I do got my magnifying glass down here, so we could see some light for the subject. A ton. Need to get ourselves got got some pictures and some door handles earlier. I just gotta figure out which one I want. Here, let me show you what door handles I got. And see what you think. Although there's nobody here to tell me what they think. So here's one nice little curly thing. I like it. Well, I only got ones I like. Um, I don't know why that's not. There's that one. I do like that one. I think that these all ones I think would go fairly well. There's like three here. Ah, those two I really like. The far side. And then there's that a medieval type style. And there's these. I do like these because they got the head on, but I wouldn't know what to put in that. Is this design house? No. Um. Yeah. Let me put over on my right here. I need to put some handles on this door, and it's supposed to be the Hall of not faith, Hall of Time. So I was wanting to have some sort of design on there. So I've got these door handles to draw on. So this is that's for finishing up page one. So I like the nice long ones. Any idea? Any thoughts, JP? I like that one too. It's nice and long too. I like that division thing there. And of course, I do like this nice spiral thing. Let's get some lines if we can here. Okay, apparently JP must be driving or something. Going to get that noon hour food. There. Let's see what this will. See whether that'll work. No. Of course not. Just trying to figure out somewhere to put this so it's in the way, not in the way, but so I can actually draw. So I think I'm gonna go. Yes, drink. Yes, drink to Culver's. I think you mean drive to Culver's. So I think I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna go with that one. Or the basic concept, anyways. So I'm going to start this up a bit higher. So today, probably at about, starting at about 4 o'clock, 3. Well, I'm gonna go get a parcel from the post office today, which I believe is Packham's Landing. I'll do a video unpacking that, and I might start reading through it in a couple weeks. It's hard to drive, watch, and chat. True, true. And nobody can see what I'm drawing because the light. Three, five, 4, 5, or 3. Jeez. I'm making this stuff way too big for this thing. I don't know how to make it any smaller. Jeez. I don't know. I don't even know how many people are here. This thing normally says how many people are watching, but I don't even have that. Two? Okay. I have no idea. Nobody's talking, just you, which is well, it's good that you're talking. Yeah, everybody wanted high noon back, but nobody's here. You should go digital. I'm here. Oh, you know what I mean, JP. Not a lot of people are here. The numbers aren't much better than. I don't even think they are better than before. Or, 5 o'clock shadow still. Under high noon for numbers. But then again, two shows relatively close together. I just mean the numbers aren't as good as before. You know, back in like April, March. So
Going to be sending a number that to your phone because I can't remember my password.
sorry about that. Okay, so let's see what this looks like when we put some ink to it. I'm gonna try a 1. And thank you for sharing, JP. I'm driving. Yeah, I know you're driving. You're driving to McDonald's to get some lunch. Okay, maybe not McDonald's. So I think I'm going to just use it as a basic concept. I won't do that one. I won't do everything for it because I don't think I can. Hey, Raggedy, how are you? I'm sorry you can't see very well what's going on here. I'm just doing that portion right there. I just put in that big door handle. I'm going to put in one on the other side, very similar. It's not that anybody's going to be able to tell the detail by the time I'm actually done. And this is for page 1. I showed it yesterday that it needed to be done. I just hadn't looked up any, nice door handles. I looked some up today before the stream so I could put on. They are not, unfortunately, even. I don't know. I guess he doesn't have the time. So, with him not having the time, somebody has to redo it. So, since my comic, I guess it fell on me. Hello, Ulrich. So we're just going to put some fine lines in here. Not that anybody, like I said, will be able to tell later on. Yeah, no problem, JP. Okay, so I'm just going to put his hand here. Oh, I think I've made his hand a bit big. So, let's see. We'll turn this light off for the moment. Hopefully that's good. You should do a Canadian Shield contest. I probably will do something closer to it being completed. And there is the door handles. Page 1 is complete. Well, at least for this sort of inks. I'd like to try and get somebody, and I think I might know who. I got somebody that I think's fairly cheap to be able to go over, put in inks and all that, some lighting and all that. Well, like blacks for that. So that should be good there. And I'm probably going to end up doing a lot of the coloring myself. I think I'm going to take this part up here just to make it easier. I am. I'm going over the lines. I'm not doing the line weight and all that myself, and shadows and all that. I'm just putting the lines in like that, like this, and then going over. No problem, JP, no problem. Hey, that's sort of why I'm here, doing this, letting everybody have their 2 cents, let it see it being done. Yeah, sure, Mike did it, but I don't think he shared as much or whatever with the process as I am. I don't know. the big two, for lack of a better term, you don't see them doing this stuff anymore. They got all their show stuff, but they're not doing the drawing. They're not well, they're doing drawings obviously, but they're not showing it being done. Yeah, you get to interact with them on a personal level, but you don't see much of the artwork being done at the moment. Where I want you guys to see this being done. Maybe this is available right now. You can go buy this, not in this form. This is going to be way better than what I have out there. And as soon as I go live, as soon as I know I'm going live, I'm going to be taking down the Canadian Shield #1 off my website, which you can purchase for $2.50, I believe, Canadian. I'm going to be taking that down off the site, so off Cross Comics, especially when I gear up for the Indiegogo. 23 pages. And every 50,000 as a stretch goal. This basically one stretch goal I know of at the moment, is going to release a new comic. So if I get to 50,000, you'll get the Canadian, along with getting issue 1 of the Canadian Shield, you'll get issue 2. If I get to 100,000, you'll get issue 1 of Snowdrift. And then I'm going to have, between my main goal and that, I'm going to obviously have other stretch goals. I don't know what they are yet. And I'm working on tiers or ideas for tiers. Okay, you got. Yeah, so. And yeah, although I'm not sure who's listening still, but although you won't get, you'll get Canadian Shield #2, but it won't come delivered with Canadian Shield #1. It'll come, like about a month later. But Snowdrift #1 should come about the same time, maybe a week after Canadian Shield #2, depending on, whatever. I might just put it in the same package, that way it's less shipping, if I can. But, I would theoretically like a week later, if I was doing it to stores, I don't even know if anybody's listening. Anybody got any questions? Comments? Let's see whether we can find out how many people are watching. Through watching. Yeah, and everybody please make sure you hit that hit that like button, share it out. Okay, let's get the cap back on that. Hope you're doing better today, E. So I should have an unpacking video today. I believe I've got Packham's Land in the mail. It's at the post office. I gotta go pick it up after I'm done here. So I've got some other comics to read first, and then probably for Saturdays I'm going to be reading portions of Packham's Land. So I hope Gary doesn't mind. The book I was reading, Crown and Anchor, is not going to be. I'm not going to be reading issues 2 and 3 of it. I don't know whether they care whether I read issues 2 and 3, but I put out a tweet, and I happened to put a couple Comics Gate people in the tweet, more recognizable names really, and they're like, "Oh, don't include us with them." We don't want to be associated with them. We're 100% against what they stand for. which tells me they don't know what the heck they stand for, really. They're just going by some of the stupid news out there. Okay, why am I not getting the comments in here? Chat setting. So I told them I won't include you in any tweets. Said I won't read your stuff on my channel. Okay, I see you, Cross. Probably you agree with what I'm saying. They want to judge tens of thousands of people. I'm presuming the movement's that big or bigger, maybe 100,000 big. Over 100,000 individuals, and they don't even know a single one of them. Sort of drives me crazy. Test. I'm not sure what you mean, Raggedy, by test. The comics seem well enough. They seem like nice people, but, I'll respect their wishes. They said they don't care if it means they sell a few less books. But the whole point, yeah, I agree. But they think we're all Nazis, right? They don't know us, but they think we're Nazis because some idiot who thinks he's a journalist calls us Nazis. Meanwhile, we've done nothing Nazi-ish at all. Okay, so now I need to make sure my hands are. Need to get my hands good here. It's really weird that labels like that have basically zero meaning now. Zero meaning now. It's basically the who's she's a witch thing all over, but this time we know people aren't made of wood. Probably knew then that the people weren't made of wood, like 200 years ago with the whole Salem witch trials and all that. It's just they came up with the stupidest. It seemed like they came up with the stupidest method possible. Just to, prove, just to get rid of, probably the first one to ever do it, or the first few to ever do it, came up with it just so, to get rid of some political rival. Back then. Or somebody they didn't like. And somehow they were able to convince everybody else this stuff. It's like, and these are people that should have known better. Like, yeah, people aren't made of wood. You should know that. They were taught enough, biology and stuff like that. They knew enough about biology 400 years ago. Or maybe the average man didn't, or average person didn't. I don't know. Bullets confused. We're just talking about. I was reading that Crown and Anchor book, and in trying to get them some extra promotion, I put a link to I tweeted put like EVS in the tweet, and they're like, "Oh, don't include us in the same tweet as Comicsgate people." So I'm not reading that book on my channel. I've got some other books, comics I'm gonna read though. But when I get to 500, on a different note, when I get to 500, I'm gonna start going through gonna sort my comics, and maybe I'll go through my main comics, read some or whatever. Well, I sort of told them that. They said, they tried to say they, were 100% opposed to everything that, tend to all Comicsgate is. And I told them, if you really believe that, you better go do some research. Hey, Raggedy. Oh, I already said hey to Raggedy. I thought I can't say hey again. And I did tell them, just because before I basically said, okay, that about stuff about the research, it's like, when they said that they were 100% opposed, I said, well, just because you're tagged with somebody doesn't mean you're associated with them. And they didn't care. And they're like, that's true, but. And then they went into the thing about 100 opposed to Comicsgate and all its members. True, Bullet. True. A lot of people are. Their comics seemed half decent. Hey, Skunk Girl, how are you? When Relentless comes out, Rick, I'll make sure to I'll make sure you get a copy of issue 1. What is Relentless? Well, I know what the term is, but obviously. Did I get rid of my doors? No, I did not. Yay! I didn't get rid of my doors. Or my door handles, more accurately. Ah, cool. Well, hopefully I'll be able to have some money by then. I like doing the reading of these comics for, it's people that, can't afford to get it, at least, they get to hear the story, see whether they like it. Do you read the Tribulation? I think you mean Task Force comics. Yeah, I read them on my channel already. I read those. Technically, I read those while I was away, but before I was away, I read them just before I went away and set them to go off while I was away so people could listen. Okay, so one good panel done. That one needs to be done. We're saying, I remember back in the day when you could insult a player who was messing up in your team, and they'd either get their fee-fees, I think you mean fee-fee, not free fees, hurt, or they'd actually try to get better. Now, even if you say anything, they get banned from the game. Well, also, Unbreathable Skunk Girl, they have a campaign up now on Indiegogo for new comic too. So you might want to check it out. If you like the first one. I could probably find somebody easy enough. Or just give it to my church, put it in the church library. Oh, haven't you got it yet? Which one are you talking about? That you support it. Is it the one that's up right now, here and now? Skunk Girl? Is it the one that's on Indiegogo right now? Is that the one you're talking about? If you're talking about the one that's on Indiegogo right now, I haven't got that one. But, like, okay, give me a sec. Like, this is issue 0. This is one that he had on Kickstarter and Indiegogo. No, I haven't got Secret Files yet. I was planning on it. Hope so we're on the same page. Because I thought you were talking about this one. I wrote, which is the first one. Okay, cool. Oh, the packages I got come with both 0 and number 1. Oh, cool. Yeah, I think that was on the TV out in my mom was out in the living room. Oh no, because she's got me on. It's probably outside somewhere. Cool. And hello, Pop Rogue. Yes. More to be done there, but I need to bring up my picture of that, which I can. Easy enough. Let's work on a raggedy man says, drive safe, so stuck girl. Drive safe. Skunkle says, always, always. And thank you, Raggedy Man. Thank you. Stop rolling, Rub Eraser. Enjoy the drive, says E. Ortiz. Enjoy the drive. Because they're on a slanted slope? There are slopes now? Yeah, well, my table that I am drawing on here is at an angle. Yes, there are slopes now, monsieur. Bullet. So, Bullet, what did you think of my bullet? There is a Nintendo Direct today in about 4 hours. What is Nintendo Direct? Bullet. No, it's not on Twitter. Give me a sec. I just need to move some stuff. I got it close at hand, my friend. it shows the Nintendo's new games for the Switch, etc. It'll be around 40 minutes of them showing off. Cool. There is my bullet. Bullet. Well, thank you. Well, thank you very much. So, is anybody else even here? How many people do we have watching? And everybody, please do be sure to hit that like button, share it out. So, any questions about anything? Or what do we want to talk about here? Anybody want to talk about anything in particular? Possibly? Trying to make the show not so. Hello, Matthew. How are you? Have you ever had brown sugar and milk with rice for a hot breakfast? No. But that does sound interesting. It sounds very similar to maybe um you know oatmeal or cream of wheat or something like that. Rice pudding. Is that rice pudding? And this afternoon, after I make the video, I won't put it out right away. Probably, I don't know. I'll probably put it out for overnight. But that's what we called it growing up. Um, okay, my big problem. Okay, don't mind me, folks. I'm looking at a picture that I want to put in, but I'm not sure how to do it exactly. Okay, let's start. Hello, Matt. How are you? So that's where on the top. Oh, that's good. Just playing a little Fallout, trying to get me 3D creative juices going. Oh yeah, man, we're everywhere. Okay, so then we have. What? This is page 2, which I should actually put this up here. Let me read it. Canadian Shield #1. It says all this stuff up there. Well, let's see. #1, page 2. This is the second page to my comic, Canadian Shield one of my comics, Canadian Shield #1, page 2. Okay. Well. Okay. This is set. This part here is set back in the early 1800s in, well, my city, Hamilton. A Native American or Indian going into a church, a bit unusual. He's going up to pray to, God, and then, well, we're gonna listen to his prayer and, well, see what happens. I'm not doing a 5 o'clock shadow tonight, Elric. That'll be Thursday, my next 5 o'clock shadow. Wednesdays I won't be doing 5 o'clock shadow or Fridays because, well, Wednesdays at least 2 times a month I will be going out to out to my church to help out with the kids ministry. So I'm gonna just have it Wednesdays. I do this. So right now in this panel here that I'm working on, let's see. Hey, Melter. Let's see. If you see this inside, it's supposed to be the inside of an older church. So I'm trying to replicate this scene here. I was going between this one and let's see. Can I get to it easy? No. I was going between that one and which one? This one. These are the two that I thought of for an old inside church like that. But as you can see, I've decided to go more with this one. And just for the reasons you say, it's supposed to be more on the outskirts of town. For the 1800s, maybe hang some cloths up like in the Yeah, I wasn't going to put the windows in here at all. Just because, well, I didn't think they'd have that many windows. Well, some would, I sort of think of the Little House on the Prairie. Oh, cool. So as you can see right now, I'm trying to get the pew, mainly the pulpit here, somewhat drawn in. And we're going to have the probably Canadian Shields or the guy. Oh, it's seen enough of that. Let's stop screen. I'm going to have him somewhere in the aisle here on his way, or maybe right up. Uh, I'm using StreamYards at the moment, but I'm going to be trying to use OBS. I'm going to be experimenting it with this afternoon, doing some stuff. I've set it up before. It's just that when I try multi-stream, for sure, does no good for me. So I'm going to be experimenting with just doing a single place. So I'll probably be doing some gaming this afternoon. Well, thank you. I've had somebody helping me out, Evan Von Scriber. Cool. Sounds very good, Matt. uh, yeah, with the right plugins in OBS, you can completely remove and flatten it out. Uh, yeah, that's because I'm on an angle, a slight angle, but yeah. Oh well, once I get it working, so I can have a stream and it is not, how shall we say, horrible in certain aspects. No, what I mean is, when I've been using OBS, my band, especially when I'm multi-streaming, my bandwidth goes. I go in and out all the time. Audio, video. So it becomes, why am I even doing this sort of thing? Nobody can see anything. Yeah, yeah. Maybe there's some options you can fiddle with to help that with a bit. Keyframes per second, etc. Yeah. Like I said, I've been having Evan von Scriber, if you know who he is, help me a bit. But the more people to help, the better. I'm going to be doing some. Also, if you run a stream in the background, that could be throwing. Uh, Also, if you run stream in the background, that could be throwing a wrench in the mix. So shut that down. Oh, run Steam, not stream. Okay, I do have stream on my computer. So, but like I said, this afternoon, I'm gonna power it up and I'm gonna do some game stuff. One over on D Live and one over on Twitch, and here checking out stuff, like hopefully seeing whether I can do them individually without messing up my bandwidth too much. Cool. Thank you. Make sure you hit the like button and share it on your way out if you have yet to already. And thank you then. Thank you very much. Oh, one. One. Right. Cool. I believe you didn't have to put it in the chat, but still good. This looking not too bad. It's looking not too shabby, Abby. Oh, this is going on your channel too? Cool. That I don't mind. In the least. Want to snipe me? No problem. Okay. No problem. Hey, Todd, how are you? So, let's see. How are you today, Todd? Everybody make sure to hit that like button and share it out. you're gonna have to clean that up, of course, to make it look decent. Once we get all this stuff inked in properly, we'll ink the board, ink in some board, put some lines in for some wooden boards. We do got a square thing here. We do got small enough squares. Too big, too big, too big. You hear what, Bullet? What do you hear? Rumblings? Bullets, hello, Mott. So tomorrow, obviously, we'll be getting some lines connected, finishing up that panel, obviously finishing up this panel, making it look really good, or a lot better. Adding a couple details to this one. I do like how, hope you like how things are coming along. I hope you're enjoying the drawing of the Canadian Shield, #1, page 2. But I'd like to thank everybody who came out and was in the chat and did all the chatting, and it was good talking to everybody. Hope to see everybody tomorrow on high noon. What else can I say? Check out all of the links in my description. Consider becoming a Patreon to my channel. The links is in the description. And if you ever want to, just give, like a tip, you can use PayPal or thing. And think about checking out the auctions on Sunday night. Okay, thank you for coming by. We will see everybody tomorrow or in some stream today on DLive, Twitch, or whatever when I'm testing out OBS. Bye for now. God bless. Love you all.